O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. That was Eric Gow, who is a student in our Theater Arts at Studio 58 program. Thank you, Eric. Mr. President, members of the faculty and staff, honored guests, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Langara College, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. I declare open this 2014 Convocation at Langara College. This Convocation is assembled for the granting of credentials and awarding of honors. My name is Brad O'Hara. I'm the Vice President, Academic and Provost at the college, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. Please be aware that this ceremony is being recorded for viewing in other locations on campus, as well as our website. On behalf of the Langara College community, I wish to acknowledge with respect the history, customs, and culture of the Coast Salish peoples, specifically the Musqueam Nation, on whose traditional lands we are meeting today. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of our platform party. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Dr. Lane Trotter, President and Chief Executive Officer, Langara College. Mr. Jeff Lowe, Board of Governor. Ms. Lynn Carter, President of the Langara Faculty Association. Ms. Gerda Kraus, Board of Governor, Chair of the Education Council, and Division Chair, Mathematics and Sciences. Mr. Peter Huron, Board of Governor. Ms. Gail Sparrow, Elder and former Chief of the Musqueam Nation. Ms. Simi Sarah, graduate of Langara's journalism program, host of CKNW Radio's The Simi Sarah Show, and today's keynote speaker. Mr. Roy Dakin, Vice President, Administration and Finance. Dr. Ian Humphreys, Vice President, Enrollment and Business Development. Ms. Dawn Palmer, Associate Vice President, Human Resources. Mr. Barry Colson, Associate Vice President, Administration and Finance. Ms. Margaret Hellman, Dean, Faculty of Science. Dr. Julie Longo, Dean, Faculty of Arts. Mr. Dan Thorpe, Dean, Continuing Studies. Dr. Leela Dawson, Dean, Faculty of Social Sciences and Management. Ms. Charlotte French, Registrar and Director of Enrollment Services. Mr. A.J. Patel, Dean, International Education. Mr. Clayton Monroe, Dean, Student Services. Ms. Sue Street, Executive Director, College Advancement. Mr. Kelly Svensson, Division Chair, Humanities. Mr. Tomo Tanaka, Division Chair, Creative Arts. Mr. Robin McQueen, Division Chair, Health Sciences. And Ms. Dolores Gambrudes, Assistant Department Chair, Modern Languages. Please join me in welcoming our platform party. At this time, I invite Gail Sparrow, Elder and former Chief of the Musqueam Nation, to bring traditional territorial greetings. Gail?
Not as tall as you, Brett. Ichuail, my Siams, which is a traditional greeting in the Musqueam First Nations language. I've said to you, hello, my respected friends and family from the Musqueam First Nations. I also want to acknowledge the newly named member of our tribe. His name is Siem Takaya, which is President Trotter, Trotter, that he's initiated this morning and blessed with a name from our tribe. So he'll be known to us and to many that as Takaya, which is a member of the wolf tribe. The wolves are known to be ones of families and strong bonds and relationships. And he'll reflect that with that name that he's been honored with from our tribe. It's not we do it just for anyone. We do it for someone that is special, someone that's a Kwasan, like a star to us. And he's the shining star as the new president of Langara College. The Musqueam First Nations are honored to be included in the greeting and the blessing of the graduates of Langara College. Langara College is located on the traditional territory of the Musqueam First Nations. We are still a tribe of people that reside about 5 to 10 minutes drive west if you're off of Marine Drive. There's 400 acres, 1,300 people. At one time, 3,000 strong roamed this very land where Langara is located. And what happened is that we were smitten with a deadly disease. And numbers went down to 50. And then over the years, now we're back to 1,300. But we're still strong. We're intact for our traditional cultural ways. And our history is written in the earth, the very earth that Langara is built on. The students graduating will take with them a stronger knowledge of knowing who you are, where you're going. Our blessings is to give you that knowledge, that wisdom, in a humble way that we've been taught. I am wearing my robe that made by my sisters, hand-woven and designed by them, not knowing that we had an orange one floating around to represent Langara College. So we're going to use this one for Langara and all the ceremonies that we conduct. I want to leave with you a message from my grandfather, who was my greatest teacher during my tenure as chief. When I went to high school, I'll share with you something very personal. I got in a car accident. A drunk driver hit my car with my friends, and 2 girls were killed. I survived. I wanted to go back to high school at Point Grey. I broke my leg right off. They wouldn't let me go back to school my last year. So I found a school that would let me go in and combined my studies for my last year, and I graduated the same time as the students at Point Grey. But it was my grandfather that said to me, "Your eyes are on the front of your head. You go forward. Don't quit, because quitters never win. You're a winner." And I leave that message of blessing from our people to the students who are going forth today, that you are winners now that you have that diploma. There's no going back. The future is yours. We bless this ceremony. We bless this graduation from the Musqueam First Nations. We say to you, Haichka, Haichka CM. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. We certainly appreciate those words of wisdom and are certainly honored to have you participate in today's program. I now invite Jeff Lowe, a member of the Langara Board of Governors, to bring greetings to the convocation. Jeff?
Thank you, Brad. Good afternoon. Mr. President, family, friends, faculty, staff, and of course, our graduates. It's my distinct privilege to make these remarks on behalf of the Board of Governors of Langara College. Today, we are here to mark a milestone. This is a milestone of your achievement. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I want to congratulate each of you on your graduation from Langara College. This milestone has only been reached through your dedication, your perseverance, and your hard work. The motto of Langara College is freedom through knowledge. Education is the great enabler in our society. It has opened doors and will open doors for you that would otherwise remain closed. You've each taken a very meaningful step today in shaping your future. So today is a celebration. We celebrate the strength and the support that each of you has received from family and friends. We celebrate the efforts of the dedicated staff and faculty at Langara College. But most importantly, we celebrate your personal achievement. This is not a modest achievement. We understand that the successful completion of a rigorous program of study requires balancing of many pressures in your life. On behalf of the Board of Governors, may I offer our heartiest congratulations on your graduation. I'm very, very delighted that I'm able to share this important day with you. And on behalf of the Board of Governors, may I also extend an invitation. We would like you to stay connected to Langara College. You are now part of the Langara community. We are very, very proud of you. And we want you, together with us, to shape the future of Langara. And lastly, may I wish you every success in your very bright future. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. At this time, I'll call upon President Lane Trotter to provide greetings.
Platform party, colleagues, students, and guests. Today I stand before you honored and humbled to have been installed as Langara College's third president. I want to thank the Board of Governors for placing their trust in me. I am truly honored. I also want to acknowledge and thank the Musqueam Nation on whose land Langara College is located and thank them for their support of the college and their warm welcome. I also want to thank the college community for opening your arms and making me feel at home. But I would be remiss if I did not thank my family for their support, for I would not be here today without them. And finally, I want to thank the Platform Party for taking the time to be here today. It is appreciated. It is with humility I assume the role of president of Langara College. And I do so supporting the work of those who've come before, the current faculty, staff and administrators, as well as those who have retired from the college, to make it one of the best colleges in Canada. And this is a task not lightly undertaken. But as Franklin Roosevelt said, we are always held to the hope, the belief, the conviction that there is a better life, a better world beyond the horizon. Langara College is a special place that helps students pursue that horizon. The college opened its doors in 1970 and in 1994 became an independent institution. And Langara has graduated more than 77,000 students who have gone on to pursue their dreams and add to the fabric of our society. Their gifts have made our community a better place, and the community has continued to place its trust in Langara to educate and train not only the next generation of young people, but also to provide support to those seeking new paths and new opportunities. But we would not be here today celebrating the success of our graduating students without the people that have supported them during their education. We need to thank those people who have supported you, our students, while you pursued your studies, whether it was your parents, other family members, spouses and significant others, or even friends. They have all had a role to play in your success in being here today. And on behalf of the graduating class, I want to publicly thank you for those that you have supported. Before I continue, let me preface this speech with two caveats. First, I have to tell you that writing this speech was one of the more difficult things I've had to do because I've had to try to find a balance between speaking about the role that education plays while trying to find some words that you, our graduates, would find useful. But not to worry, that this will be another one of those speeches that you have to endure. Let me assure you that I'm following the words and advice of Cicero, who said, brevity is the best recommendation in a speech, whether in a senator or an orator. And so with these words of wisdom, I will pass on some thoughts that I hope will be useful. Education is transformative. It plays a critical role in our society to educate the future workers, such as healthcare providers, journalists, and aspiring business leaders. We need to keep our community vibrant, but also those who dream about what our society is or could be, such as artists and philosophers. This is a heady responsibility, and it is one that Langara College has continually achieved year over year for the last 44 years. Langara is a starting point, a pathway, if you will, for these journeys. Langara offers pathways to further education, to employment, and to career advancement or career transition. We provide students from high school with opportunities to pursue career or university transfer. We offer remediation and adult education to those learners who need to upgrade their education to enroll into a career or university program. For those learners who are already working or want to change career or re-enter the workforce, we offer a wide array of continuing studies programs. Through articulation agreements with other education providers such as universities, our students are offered even more opportunities to ladder and bridge their Langara education toward both a bachelor and master's degree. But wherever you start and wherever you want to go, Langara offers a pathway toward that goal. As you pursue your aspirations, please think about the opportunities that have been provided to you. Our community has invested in you, and we now need you to contribute back. So as you leave the college to pursue the next chapter, become involved and contribute your passion and knowledge to build a better, more prosperous and sustainable municipality, province, and country. As John F. Kennedy said during his inauguration in 1960, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. These are powerful words about making our society a better place and the obligation we all have to make that happen. I was recently at a conference and had the privilege to hear a keynote address by Dr. Freeman Hrabowski, president of the University of Maryland at Baltimore County. Dr. Hrabowski spoke about how we create the type of community we deserve and our responsibilities to create the change we want. He spoke about the challenges he faced as a young man growing up in Alabama and how education was the key to change. At the age of 12, he was arrested and jailed for marching in the Children's Crusade as part of the Civil Rights Movement. As one of the older children, he looked after the younger children while they were in jail for 5 days before being released. This was a powerful influence in Dr. Hrabowski, who has since dedicated his life to building better opportunities and access to create better communities. Education has been the bulwark of his approach, and the University of Maryland at Baltimore County is a powerhouse recognized as one of the most innovative American universities for its approach to teaching, learning, and research, and the role of that institution in the community. In addition, the University of Maryland at Baltimore County was ranked the #1 up-and-coming university in the USA in 2009, 2010, and 2011. While Dr. Hrabowski spoke eloquently and passionately about his journey, his final words stood out. He said, "Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, for it becomes your destiny." I had not heard this particular quote before, so I researched its origin. And it appears to have originated more than 2,000 years ago in China and is attributed to the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. This quote is profound and represents an aspirational goal for all of us, both individually and collectively, to treat each other with respect so we can build a better society. This quote resonates because it speaks to the path that leads to a better world and our individual responsibility to our children and our children's children. So my challenge to you, the graduating class, is to be engaged and make a difference. To be engaged to build a better, more just society and always pursue that horizon. Thank you for your time and patience. Enjoy your day. You've earned it. Tomorrow, the work begins.
Thank you, Lane, for those remarks. I'll now ask Lynn Carter, President of the Langara Faculty Association, to bring greetings to Convocation. Lynn?
Thank you, Brad. I want to acknowledge, too, that we are on the traditional territory of the Musqueam people and to thank them. Board members, President Trotter, Elder Gail Sparrow, honored guests, colleagues, and graduands. On behalf of the faculty, it's my pleasure to extend to all of you our very best wishes on this special day.
We understand and appreciate the effort and for many of you the sacrifices that you've made in order to achieve what you have today. Many of you had to give up precious time with your families. Many of you had to take on significant debt in order to complete your studies. We appreciate this, and we commend you for your dedication and your commitment. As faculty members, we've had the privilege of being a part of your educational journey here at Langara. We've enjoyed watching your development and contributing to that process. We've enjoyed both teaching you and learning from you. Our work with students is always a reciprocal process, and we thank you for that. Your success today is the culmination of all your work, and we're delighted to be here today to share this with you. Some of you will be going on to jobs and others to further study, and many of you will be doing both. We thank you for having chosen to study here at Langara with us, and we wish you all the best in the future. Congratulations to all of you today.
Thank you, Lynn. At this time, President Trotter will present today's Convocation Awards.
It is with great pleasure that I present these awards to our graduating students. The Governor General's Collegiate Bronze Medal Award is awarded to a student graduating from a two-year diploma or associate degree program who has achieved the highest cumulative grade point average. This year's recipient is Janice Lechuman, who graduated with a diploma in publishing and earned a 4.17 GPA. That's very impressive. Janice is also the recipient of the Langara College Graduate Excellence Award for Career Programs, which is awarded to a student graduating from a two-year career program with the highest cumulative GPA. Janice credits the publishing program for exposing her to new ideas and encouraging her to expand her creative horizons. Without it, she feels she would not have discovered her passion and aptitude for web design and development. So, Janice, if you could come and join us, please. Okay. Janice isn't available with us this afternoon, but we extend our congratulations to her. Next, I'd like to speak about the Langara College Graduate Excellence Award for Arts and Science, which is awarded to the student graduating in a two-year arts and science program who has achieved the highest cumulative grade point average. This year's recipient is Michael Edmondson. Michael, please join us on stage. Michael is graduating with an Associate of Science degree general and has achieved a cumulative grade point average of 4.05. A mature student, Michael was nervous about returning to school, but through his hard work has earned this award today. Michael loves to give back to the community and earlier this year raised over $2,500 for cancer research by cycling to Seattle and back. He received the Brain Scholarship for Sociology and Anthropology and the Ike Barber Transfer Scholarship in recognition of his leadership in the community. Michael is a professional photographer and is able to meld anthropology with his impressive visual abilities. He is continuing his studies at UBC and hopes one day to earn his PhD and build a career in visual anthropology. Congratulations, Michael. Emeritus is Latin for having merited one's discharge by service. It is an honorary title conferred to retired faculty or professional staff to recognize their distinguished service to an organization. At this ceremony, I would like to honor James Johnstone Denholm, Principal Emeritus, Vancouver Community College, Langara Campus. James, would you please join me on stage? James, known by his Langara colleagues as Jock, was principal of the Langara campus of Vancouver Community College from 1972 to 1988. He provided strong and consistent leadership at a time when the BC college system was in flux. Under his steady hand, Langara became a significant part of BC's post-secondary education system. Jock fondly remembers the aura Langara had during his time as principal. He describes it as having a distinct institutional feel, providing students with the superior educational experiences that people wanted and needed, experience that made their time at Langara unique. Jock will always be remembered for his annual birthday celebration of Langara's namesake, Juan Francisco de Langara y Horte, every September 14th. Coincidentally, September 14th is also Jock's birthday. Since retiring from Langara, Jock is happy to report that he has not done a damn thing other than enjoy his retirement immensely.
Thank you, President Trotter. And let's congratulate our award winners one more time. So it's my pleasure to introduce Simi Sara, who will give today's convocation address. Simi is host of CKNW Radio's The Simi Sara Show, and for more than 20 years, she has worked in broadcasting as a reporter, writer, producer, and anchor. She started her career as a print reporter, but moved to broadcasting in 1993. In 2005, she became the co-anchor for Breakfast Television and host of City Cooks. She's an alumna of the Langara Journalism Program and was honored with an Outstanding Alumni Award in 2013. That same year, Simi was recognized as BC's Commentator of the Year at the Jack Webster Foundation Awards. We're very honored to have her here this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, please give Simi Sara a big Langara welcome.
All I could think of was better you with the microphone problems than me. Good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the College Board, members of the faculty, graduate and students, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this honor, not least of which is I got to have the day off from work, so that was pretty good. What advice can I give you? Well, I want to say to you, I want to direct my remarks to you, the students today, welcome to possibilities, because that's really what today is all about. It's about what the future holds for you and all of its possibilities. You made an important decision to come here to Langara because you knew that it would make a difference in your life. You've worked hard, you want to see change because of that, you want those possibilities, and I can tell you that that is what your time here at Langara will give you. And how do I know? Well, 21 years ago, I was in your exact same position. I am where you are now, in more ways than one. I graduated with a journalism diploma in 1993. And what was the world like at that time? I think you'll find it a bit familiar, actually. It was not great for young people who were looking for careers. There was an economic crisis, and during 2 years of pretty intense study, all we heard was that there were no jobs out there for us at all. And none in the industry. And that sounds familiar, I think. I kept hearing, why do you want to go into this business? There aren't any jobs out there. Well, it worked out. And I guess I should say it is working out. I should knock wood. So far, so good, right? And it will work out for you. And how do I know that it will work out for you? What do you need to know? What wisdom can I give you on a day like today that will help you with all of that, that will allow you to go forth and get those careers that you want and find all of those possibilities? A couple of things that I and many others who are here today have probably learned along the way, and have learned the hard way, I would say, for a lot of us. So here's some advice. When you find a job that you like to do, embrace it. Work hard and play fair. The people that you meet and work with on the way up, just like they say in the cliche, will be there on the way down. They will be there. And while you may not care what they think of you when you're working your way up that career ladder, it is definitely going to matter to you later on. Because the only thing that we have in the workplace, and I know that all of us have realized this at some point, the only thing we have in the workplace is our reputation. Guard it, and guard it zealously. It will be the difference between you getting a job or pounding the pavement and not knowing why your phone calls are not getting returned. People putting in a good word for you, people who have worked with you, or people who know you, people who know what your work ethic is like, they will make the difference to your career. Be generous. Be generous with your time and with your help. My very first break in this career actually came about because someone who was at the very top of her game actually took a moment to listen, to praise, and to recommend me to the boss, something that she did not have to do by a long shot, but that is the kind of person that she was. A 6 o'clock news anchor who talked her boss into hiring the student intern, which is what I was at that time. And when do you ever hear of something like that happening? It doesn't. It surprised me then, and it surprises people now when I tell that story, because that single act of kindness launched me on my way, and I have never forgotten it. It has inspired me to be as generous with my time and generous with my recommendations and as much help as I could possibly give. So that is the good stuff, the good advice. There will be bad. And I'm going to tell you about that too. Because when they tell you at some point in your career that you're going to be fired and you're going to change jobs, believe it. It's going to happen. You may not see it coming, but it will. And you should learn from it. You should embrace it and the change that it brings. And don't be in such a rush to get to the top. It can be pretty quiet up there. And I can't tell you how many people I have spoken to who are right around my age and who've been in their careers with good jobs for 20, 30 years who ask themselves, well, what now? I mean, where do I go from here? We have a saying in the business that I am in, and it applies, I think, to a lot of different businesses. It's often repeated. I hear it. Actually, a cameraman came up with this a long time ago, and it stuck. We often say about some people, you know, they want to be Barbara Walters, even if it takes all week. And that is not a compliment when we use that. So pace yourself. Pace yourself. That's pretty important. Possibilities, patience, generosity, respect, and pride in your work. I think to many of us here, that is actually what success means. Enjoy this time in your life, this next little while that you have here, because years from now, when you look back, you will say, you know, that's when I was having fun. That's when everything in the world lay in front of you, and it was there for you to see, to grab, and experience. Now, in closing, I did study a few commencement speeches to see what other people say, because that's the kind of person I am. I'm a little anal retentive that way. And I asked myself, what words have been important to me? And then I heard members of the platform party with the quotes. It's always about quotes, right, when it comes to commencement. And there were some very impressive ones. We heard Cicero. We heard John F. Kennedy. Mine's a little different. I always come back to the same quote that I have kind of gone with all my life, and it's from Master Yoda. And it is... Thank you. I knew there would be other geeks out there, right? That's why I decided to go with it. So my advice to you is do or do not. I mean, there is no try. And that is absolutely relevant. Wise words from Master Yoda. So go and do. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Simi, for that wonderful sage advice and really for giving of your time today. Thank you once again. Now, if I can find where we are. At this time, we will present the graduates, which is why most of you are here today. President Trotter, the candidates to be presented today and those who are absent have fulfilled all of the requirements for their prospective credentials. I ask that you confer upon each the credential which he or she has earned. Will the graduates please rise?
By the authority granted to me by the government of this province, I admit you and those in absentia to the credentials to which you are entitled. Please be seated.
We will now begin the presentation of our graduates, and faculty who would like to congratulate their graduates may approach the east side of the platform to do so. That's to my right. And audience members who want to move closer to the front for a photo of their graduate may also come to the same area to do so. We'd ask that you not block the view of the podium and the other graduates, and please return to your seats afterwards so that others may do the same. I'll now ask Julie Longo, Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Margaret Heldman, Dean of the Faculty of Science, and Daniel Thorpe, Dean of Continuing Studies, to announce the name of our graduates.
Graduates with the Associate of Arts degree: Andrew Angelo Antes. Graduation with distinction: Katrina Lee Irene Bain. Ali Ben Liazid. Jessica Angus Chan. Eric Parnish Chan. Calvin Ling Yong Chung. Michael Gregory Edmondson. Kun Yi Fang. Poria Ghani Zaid. Matthew Darren Lee. Andrea Sabina Luna, graduation with distinction. Graduating with distinction, Linda Jean McNeely Purcell. Sally Hui Min Mei. Scott Alexander Morrison. Ari Ono. Paris Dasher Piffer Carter. Yuta Taganaki. Jiting Shang. Rona Sherry Yusi. Diploma in Arts and Science graduates: Emma Christine Kerrigan. Marissa Juliana Cameron Davey. Paul Liang. Victoria Nicole Moyat. Ilahe Nori. Jaiqing Xu. John William Daniel Connell. Associate of Arts degree in Creative Writing, Edith Crespin. Graduates in the Diploma in Design Formation. Grace Audrey Ahrens, graduating with distinction. Graduating with distinction, Oriana Nadine Bella. Lee Danielle Bradley. Clarissa De Silva. Can you? Veronica Jane Orozco de Villa. Kevin Deshusa. Amy Tweedu. Erin Nicole Foreman. Graduating with distinction, Daniel Garrod. Graduating with distinction, Elisa Lee Graham. Freeman Lamb. Daniel Law. Graduating with distinction, Nicole May Leclerc. Emma Leah Rourke Monroe. Teja Ray Shell. Haley Ivana Sonia Sewell. Saho Takimoto. Graduating with distinction, Maxwell Turner. These are the graduates of the Associate of Arts degree in English. Rachel Catherine Carraro. Graduates of the Certificate in Film Arts Acting, Emily Ann Fraser. Hilary Faye Kaplan. Ingo Liu. Certificate in Film Arts Writing, Tamara Abram, graduating with distinction. Kazim Fazil. These are the graduates with the Diploma in Fine Arts. Jennifer Antal. Graduating with distinction, Jasmine Bates. Pyle Bunsell. Graduating with distinction, Zoe Rebecca Gelfand. Odessa Sarah Michelle Harrison. Ashley Nicole Hoffman. So I pronounce the J? I pronounce the J. Eva Lajlo. Graduating with distinction, Sean Peter Malonga. Skylar Rain Stapleman. Rio Okamura. These are the graduates with the Diploma in Journalism. Dana Lee Bowen. Ben Bulmer. Patrick Colvin. Puneet Dami. Garen Peter Fallman. Kristen Morin Harpula. Angela Rosemarie Holobowicz. Kyla Isomuro. Warren Jenne. Jacqueline Yvonne Langen. James Lloyd McLaughlin. Quinn Neil Patrick Melcob. Kelsey Faye Nicodemus. Neil Stephen Shannon. Oh, Niall Stephen Shannon. This is the graduates of the Certificate in Journalism, Andrea Nicole Anthony. Graduating with distinction, Gavin Fisher. Jesse Lamb. Vanessa Christine Spurko. Graduating with distinction, Kendra Elizabeth Wong. These are the graduates of the Associate of Arts degree in Peace and Conflict Studies. This is Nikki Kausi Hillis. Laloni Ashley Riam. This is the Diploma in Arts and Science, Peace and Conflict Studies. Grace Mababi Yi. Shayna Tyne Margaret Rasmussen. These are the graduates of the Diploma in Professional Photo Imaging. Lily Catherine Ditchburn. Curtis Jeffrey LeBlanc. Ryan Jonathan Molag. Amy Elizabeth Ramphel. Alexandria May Sorensen. Angel Wong. These are the graduates of the Diploma in Publishing. Melissa Jade Cho. Courtney Christensen. Olivia Helene Dalton. Graduating with distinction, Bonnie Edwards. Raymond Anthony Fernandez. Joanna Elizabeth Finley. Vanessa Alana Hunter. Graduating with distinction, Caroline Jin Yi Lee. Marcella Ray. Tanya Patterson. Graduating with distinction, Erin Elizabeth Wilkman. These are the graduates of the Diploma in Theater Arts Acting. Marin Joella McMahon Ferdinand. Ryan Garner. Graduating with distinction, Eric Fraser Gow. Erica Nicole Huxima. Claire Carradine LaChapelle Johnstone. Vincent LeBlanc Baudoin. Julie Long. Caitlin Joan McFarlane. Graduating with distinction, Athea Grace Morit. Let's just hold on. Why do I have two? Oh. And then we have some people who have two credentials apparently, which is pretty impressive. So this is Diploma in Theater Arts Acting and Diploma in Arts and Science, and our graduate is Harishi Madhu Shani Ramaraju. Dallas Michael Sauer. These are the graduates of the Diploma in Theater Arts Production. Kadrina Adele Darachuk. Graduating with distinction, Athena Traley Iveson. Graduating with distinction, Noelle Cassandra Sadego. Ray Takaesu. These are the graduates of the Diploma in Arts of Science, Women's Studies, Siwon Lee.
So these are the graduates from the Faculty of Science, graduating with an Associate of Science degree, Shelby Coral Baumgartner. Thank you. Anna Maria Cho. Taiki Matsumura. Earl Moya. Becky C. Graduating with distinction, Jar Wee Wang. Graduating with an Associate of Science degree in Computing Science, Adam Wesley Ernest Shambrook. Graduating with a Diploma in Computer Studies, Long Feng. This is your... Oh. Ben Rubin. Thank you. Graduating with an Associate of Science degree in Ecology, Reg Lee Au. Graduating with an Associate of Science degree in Molecular and Microbiology, Laurel Monique Bovey.
Good afternoon. These are the graduates of the Medical Spa Aesthetics program. Mahi Matsad et Minen. Wait. Shiba Jamali. Faranaz Malaki. These are the graduates of Electronic Media Design, Priscilla Chan. Jeremy Dahl. Jingyi Zhou. These are the graduates of photography, Jeffrey Chan. Laura Roston. These are the graduates of yoga teacher training, Connie Ng. My congratulations and best wishes to all of the recipients. Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate our graduates of 2014. We're bringing this ceremony to a close, and I want to thank a few people. First of all, theater arts student Eric Gow, who sang O Canada. Masai Day, who provided the music prior to the ceremony. Our piper, Mike McDonald, who led our procession. And to all the college employees who helped make this afternoon's event a memorable one. At this time, I invite all of you, on behalf of the college and the Langara Students' Union, to a reception at the Langara Students' Union building immediately following this ceremony. Masai will also be there to play for us at that time. Please rise and remain standing as the graduates leave Convocation Hall. I now declare this convocation closed.
I really want to stay in the school.